You are here. You've arrived. It's another day, storming the troop, and we're finishing off version 3. Yeah, baby, it's the end. You waited this long, and we're gonna get to basically the brass tacks here, and round up this internet theory all nice and pretty like in a bow and shit. I will give the story spoilers, but for today we'll do something a little bit different. I actually forget what's going on in the story because I have not played this in a while. Of course, you know. So we'll go ahead and observe the story a little bit so I can get a recap, and then we'll go into the story spoilers. Okay, so let's get some voice acting. Pitch black, cloudy sky. Leave our claws guy here in deep cut. Baby, we're waiting for it. Oh damn, he didn't even look at Peeps over there. Okay. Interesting. What are we doing here? How are we solving this? You know, I just got back alive, so hopefully you've got something to tell me. I have the power to see into the future, but you already knew that. Yeah, we know. So what do you see? Can you let me know? Ever since coming in natural, power's gotten only weaker. Ah, so they're taking his time powers away. Future, where you are dead. Oh yeah. You'll be horrible. I see. I've come to this world to fulfill the wishes of claws. And you know, just like us, we were transformed into the Weddy. Of course, on this file, I chose Cuckoo as my race. But, yes. Good old recap of the story. Indeed. I failed to save Ethan from destruction once before. I'm not usually verbal like this. Anyways, the Gale Knight should be back. And I'll give it to you. Explain more. Okay, Gale Knights are back here. What is he reporting? So you still haven't found a way to break through the ward to the sanctum. However, there's more. Tasks are coming under the order of capturing divine vessels. Ah, so now the order is also trying to get all of the royalty. Yeah. The various shrines and whatnot. Ah, so that's probably where it took all the vessels. I think you have to take the vessels to the divine shrines to, like, I have no idea, awaken the guardians or, you know, the evil will or something like that. That makes sense. Makes sense to me, at least. Yeah, so the whole goal here is to revive Nadraga, you know, not necessarily the most nice guy, as they kind of aren't really. Many of them. So yeah, what we're doing now, as our 3.5 plot thickens, is essentially we're gonna fight a bunch of bosses. Yes. A bunch of bosses at the shrines. Here we go, because now I remember what's going on in this episode. To save basically our friends, you know, they've all been taken there. And that's generally the plot of this tiny little section that we have to go through here. Yeah, we got Claus transforming back to his sheeny self. The beauty, the majesty of this character design right here. You know what I'm saying? Coolest chap in the West. But I think, yeah, this is what we're doing to rescue all our friends here. You know, we're using old Sheeny. Or old claws, whatever. Alright. So yeah, you do have to go through all 5 shrines. And the shrines, I believe we visited most of them. But it's an offhand room to like the side of where we actually went in the gameplay. I believe these doors were locked until now, but it's just a boss room. There's no like actual huge dungeon that we have to go through 5 times. It's just 5. I'd even say they're like medium difficulty bosses. I don't even think they're hard as the actual Guardian bosses if I actually get down to brass tacks. This is essentially the team we're going to be going with for most of these. Really don't change it from much else. See here we have the Ranger popping. I decided to grind the Ranger as well because you need the Ranger class to get the Hermit, which is out by now by the time I'm recording this. Like I said, it's been a minute since I recorded the actual gameplay. When I do the post commentary, it's usually a little bit afterward. And now we've entered September. We're still a little early in September. Fall is coming. Pumpkin spice has arrived, and people are already putting up their Halloween decorations. Motherfuckers are putting them up August and shit. So we're trucking along though. We really just are trucking along with this playthrough. Hopefully, I'll be able to get a lot of it done. Be able to reach our goals. See if we can get to version 5 by March of next year. But we will see. We will see. As like I said, we're pretty close to being done here. So, and luckily, I'm still having fun with it. I'm still enjoying myself, although it is very boring and it does feel very job-like, you know. But I'm still here. You know, I'm still here, having a good time, grinding through, and doing my thing. That's the main thing. I feel like I'm not following a herd or a guideline or a certain stipulation of what I need to do. I'm kind of just vibing and taking things, of course, from other people's rule books, because there are people that I admire for what they do, but those same people I don't admire some of the things that they also do. So, you know, I'd say, guys, you can't idolize a strict person. You have to judge what they do. And I know positively that can be very hard because when someone has a positive attribute, we kind of just want to attribute that to them. It's the same way we view ourselves when we have a positive attribute. We don't want to think of just the attribute being good and a good thing that I did the one time. You want to think that you're an honest person, not that you told the truth once. That's what you want to think. You know, you want to think you're a man with conviction, not that you said you were going to do one thing one time and you did it. But in reality, you know, you're never really going to be that unless it's already ingrained in you or unless you've taken the time, the effort, you know, you've done the groundwork to do it for 6 months, for a year, for so long that, you know, you really don't need that recognition because it is a part of you. And you're not going to say that. Just like a lot of good people. They don't come out and say, I'm a good person, I'm a good person. You should know that I'm a good person. Nobody good actually does that shit. Because they're so good, it doesn't matter. They don't need to like explicitly say it and keep telling you constantly. It's something that they just fucking do. It's just like me. I don't need to tell people that I don't, you know, define myself as someone who is very loving. I don't need to tell people that I view myself as the essence of love itself. Because people can feel that. People can understand that when they're around me and they know and they feel the energy that I give off. And, you know, a lot of the comfortability and general vibe of, you know, just protection that I have, you know, without even trying, they'll know, you know, there's something different about it. And a lot of people don't even intellectualize that. And it's a big reason why I am not generally well liked by people in leadership positions. Because the thing is, guys, I don't need to try to make people follow. I don't. And that's why I really stopped, you know, trying the whole social media thing, because it comes off way too easy. And I'm someone who likes delayed gratification. And not only that, but I'm human. Extremely so. Like, see, I told you these bosses were easy. We're already done with the first one. I'm embarrassingly human, so numbers and big number go high. It feels very good to me. Like, every time I get a level up, every time I get a new subscriber, it feels very good. AKA too good. AKA addictive. And I could see that from a very, very early point. That's why I'm like, you know what? I know I could be very young and I could just go in this very hard and upload like 8 things a day and get popular, but I don't want that because I want my ego to naturally grow over time. And now I realize even that, statement of ego is egoism in itself. So I really didn't help myself by like just starving myself of this creative energy. Now what I did do is develop a story so that I could actually hop on a mic and have something to talk about. Have platitudes and knowledge to give, which is great. I like providing value. It's one of the reasons why I do like doing this playthrough, and one of the reasons why I stopped in the first place, because I didn't have anything cool to play, All the playthroughs and shit that I did for like the past maybe 5 or 7 years wasn't just because I didn't have a way to record it, it's because I didn't inherently see value in me doing it. Everybody wants to be a VTuber, everybody wants to be a YouTuber, everybody wants to be an entertainer. But the reason why nobody can is because nobody will pay you to do it, because it's fun. People only pay you to do the not fun stuff. And, this is very fun to me. I've always viewed it as a very fun activity. So, naturally, I knew, people aren't just gonna naturally pay me for it. I have to do a lot of things in order to get that, social validation, the monetary support from people from the social validation. You gotta basically just do more. Okay, let's go to the ice place now. And essentially, knowing this, and knowing how much I love to provide value, yeah, sometimes you gotta realize, yeah, that it's way wiser to, wait until you have something, that maybe took a little bit of time, maybe took a little bit of blood and sweat. Maybe you don't want to, because I knew I had this amazing, vibrant personality, this ability of presentation, and just general vibe, that people love to be around, which is great, which is fantastic. And I could have surely built that in my adolescence, even my early adulthood, into something greater than it is, at the present time, at the present day. But yeah, it's just like this UBS bullshit. If you have it, and you feel like you didn't have to work for it, because like, let's be real, if I was just doing playthroughs like this, and just platituding off and just, being goofy or streaming or whatever, it wouldn't have been work to me. It would have felt like probably the same shit as what I did in my life, without recording it, essentially. And I know doing that online would automatically give me a following. If there's any indicative of that, it's the fact that all of my friends still rapidly want to talk to me, that I have to block people who aren't even in my fucking state, because I can't get enough of this bullshit. This bullshit that I give to you people. And the thing about that is, guys, if you have something, and of course, we all want that easy ride, but if you have something, you don't have to be worried that the world is gonna, they're gonna rob me, they're gonna take away, they're gonna blah, blah. It's your will. It's your power, you know what I'm saying? And people get this way with a lot of things, like even their ideas and concepts that they have for the future, whether it be a play script or whatever. I've had the idea to do this before, and I'm seeing progress, like valued progress. I don't want anybody who's watching this channel or will watch this channel in the future to ever think I'm ungrateful for the amazing numbers and the amazing things, the amazing art I've made, because I have fun making it, and I have had fun making it. I think the reason why I've cultivated this fun is because for a long time, a long ass time, I just kind of made it. I just kind of had fun with the process. And now that I'm posting, I brought that effort of having fun into the process, while still, acknowledging the fact that I am human and I cannot stop. I can't. So I really do appreciate every like, damn near every view. And I did this, and I didn't jump into this like a crazy rabid idiot without any care for the world, just playing tons of video games, even though I love to play tons of video games. I didn't jump into this doing tons of reaction videos that I didn't believe in before, because although I will delve into that, in the future a little bit more. We've done one. I'll do more in the future. The reason why I didn't do it in the past is because I didn't like appreciate videos like that. I didn't like reaction videos or just useless content like that. And I knew, you know, this is back when the Fine Bros were trying to like copyright the reactions and stuff like that. Like I knew this is such easy content. I could do this so easily. All I do is watch YouTube. But I didn't. I kept it in the back of my mind. I said, it's yours. Whenever you're ready to take it. You just hold out your hand and grab it. And I feel like this is a lot of things in life, as far as just the general worries that we have, you know? A lot of people are worried about their living situations, their jobs, their girlfriends. Same sentiment, same rules, man. If it's yours, you don't have to fight for it. It's just there, you know? If it is yours, it'll be there. So stop stressing over like, oh, I gotta ask her out now. Oh, I gotta go text her now. I have to now. If you have the power, and this is true power, to sit back and not wait, you know, as in, you know, the whole, what the fuck was that? Alexander Hamilton, who's that guy? Waiting, Aaron Burr. You know, not do the Aaron Burr and just kind of lie and bide your time and hold that resentment in your body. Like literally fill yourself up, fill your own cup, and truly understand intrinsically what is it you need. Because if you're worried about, you know, any of these basic human needs and shit, you know, like food, water, girlfriend, sustenance, love, you're probably avoiding something very obvious that you maybe need to stop doing, maybe need to start doing, but it all starts with you. That's what usually happens to me, guys, because I don't like not have these worries. I worry all the time about, you know, what other people say, what I'm gonna do, what's gonna happen, and then you know how to do to solve this, man? I just do something. The reason why you hear this alarm go off constantly, you know, I don't know why I'm talking to you guys like you're one of the 44 people who subscribe to this, but you know, maybe you are, and maybe you recall tons and tons of times where my damn alarm goes off in the middle of these episodes or playthroughs. It's because whenever I have an idea to do something that I need to do, I don't like schedules or any of that stupid bullshit, so I just set an alarm for it. And when the alarm goes off, I'm like, oh yeah, I need to do that. And if I don't want to do it right now, guess what I do? I set another alarm for that exact thing. And that's what I do. You know, I learned this from one of my very earliest jobs, that you just have to move with purpose. And that means, you know, you don't necessarily have to know everything you're gonna do right now, but you do have to plan your next move. And that's it. Just gotta plan your next move, man. So what I do, or how you apply this to, you know, whatever job or work you're doing, you just do something, and then while you're in the middle of that task, you think about what you're going to do next. Pretty easy. It's pretty simple. Not too crazy, right? Yeah, a lot of people overlook this seemingly simple skill to just kind of think ahead a little bit, you know? I guess that's, you know, what you could call it as well, just thinking ahead slightly. But the problem with thinking, man, is that I get way too deep into it. Like, I'll think like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps ahead. And that's too much. Now you've ruined it. You know, now you've ruined a good thing, right? And yeah, I have to really level that off. So I like to do it with, what do you call it? Just a small task, you know? The small things. I'm out on a walk, and I'm like, oh yeah, when I get home, I'm gonna do this thing. Set an alarm, and that's it. I have to stop. I literally have to physically stop myself there and be like, nope, we're gonna think about something else. We're not gonna think of that. That's the one thing. And then whenever I start thinking about like a bunch of other shit I have to get done, I'm like, I hone it back in on that one thing I said I was gonna do. And I hate just the fact that life feeds off of your chaos. They want you to be stripped and brought into like 8 different directions. They want you to have so many plans with so many different people that one of them has to fall down on the wayside. And then that person falls on the wayside and they feel left out and dejected or whatever. And that's the thing, guys. Nobody feels like they belong in the spaces you're supposedly supposed to belong in. It's very sad. It's very sad. Oftentimes, that's the main reasons for a lot of horrid crash outs. And, you know, we're gonna go there, you know, a lot of sex changes, because people feel like they got left out of the society that they were supposed to be in. Like the part of society that makes sense for them, they don't feel like they're a part of it. So they get a sex change. And a lot of the times, if your aesthetic doesn't fit, that don't work either. So now you're just hated by everyone, essentially, you know? And I'm not, you know, ragging on all of these trans people. There are people that get it, that, you know, generally have dysmorphia of the body and don't feel right in themselves. But there are people that just don't feel right in society. And if you have that problem that you don't feel right in society, the problem is not to change yourself externally. It's to change yourself internally. You know what I'm saying? The only time you have to change yourself externally, you know, and try to get some sort of external validation to solve your problem, the only time where I would say that is applicable is if you are changing the external world. You're doing work on your house, you're probably gonna have to change some shit about your body. You're probably gonna have to work out. You're probably, you know what I'm saying, right? You're working on your car, you're probably going to have to physically dirty your hands. But you see what I'm saying here? Like, how is something so metaphysical, something so figurative as being happy going to change from something you do external? Because that has nothing to, you know what I'm saying, right? You could look like anything, you know? And the proof of this is you look at a lot of hot people in the world that aren't happy. A lot of women, you know, that aren't happy, who supposedly have the greatest seat in the house for all the crazy bullshit happening. Supposedly. But that's a whole nother debate. What we're talking about here is conviction, you know what I'm saying? Being able to do what you need to do. And truly find pride in that. A lot of times, guys, we really don't know what we're supposed to be made to, like, replicate, or, you know, purpose, or whatever the bullshit buzzwords that everybody loves to ride on about. Oftentimes, we have no idea. Real talk, man. We have no idea. And I think if we dwell on that question for too long, like I did, you're gonna drive yourself crazy. You're gonna put yourself in a position to where you've been basically writing everybody else's story for them. Because crazy enough, everybody wants a story, but nobody wants to write it themselves. I didn't want to write my own. I was like, oh god, that's so much. But because I didn't want to write my own, because I was like, oh, I don't know which choice to make. You have to write a story, man. You have to write a story. So guys, this is your sign. This is your sign. Your call to action, if you will. If you have a dream, if you have something that you want to do, if you have an efficiency, a tool, go ahead and use it. Nobody's stopping you. But at the same time, if you want to wait, why not? Whether you're 30, 40, 20, life is long, man. Life is fucking long. Also, I gave Duran his amazing long hair in this episode. We don't have a hat because, you know, you can't wear hats and this wig, but I hope you like it. Next time, we're gonna be fighting more stuff, getting dark. Although this one was already pretty dark. Was it? I don't know, man. Maybe it was pretty hopeful. Who knows? Whatever. Anyways, I'm rambling on. Love you guys. Subscribe if you like if you subscribe. I'll see you next time.
I wanna be deep, you get deep with me, please, till you please me,